Howdy mates, good afternoon. I hope all of you can hear me just okay, because it is a little breezy. Today marks Friday, October 11th, 2024. You could say it's a rather grand day. See what I did there? Welcome to the one and only Grand Canyon National Park. Another destination that has inspired millions of people, if not billions. It has been around for millennia. One of nature's most highly regarded creations in the United States. As a matter of fact, it was the Grand Canyon that also helped inspire the formation of the National Park Service. So, in essence, a canyon refers to an eroded rock mass primarily carved from erosion and weathering. In this case, most of that carving took hold by what is known as the Colorado River, as you can see down there. But the geology, though, is very complex. There's a mixture of limestone, sandstone, shale, schist, granite, and of course among other forms of rocks. But those are some of the more predominant types. As I had mentioned during a past film at Black Canyon of the Gunnison, you were seeing some of that schist granite. You won't really be able to see it that much here, because for the most part, you'll usually find it a bit closer to the river, and even then, its visibility is very limited. It's essentially known as a basement rock. Now, I will say, we're particularly on the south rim. I originally thought of going to the north rim, but it was going to require a lot more sitting time in terms of driving. And quite frankly, I wasn't really up for that. Maybe next time. But if you look just across, that upper layer of the bedrock is known as kaibab limestone. And if any of you have watched any of my previous films, it was the kaibab limestone that was the bottom rock layer at Zion National Park. So this, once again, ties in to that point that I made last week about how this whole region is essentially known as the Grand Staircase. The Grand Canyon, for the most part, makes up that bottom part, or that lower part of the staircase. And so you are seeing some of the oldest known geologic rock layers, at least in this part of the world. Anywho. But to just be in its presence is, well, be it ever so humble. You have to figure one of the few teachers who I actually will provide a shout out to, Mr. Michael Koenig. You know who you are. He was a geology professor of mine. I like to call him a professor. even though he's more designated as a teacher, but I still prefer professor. Anyway, I took a few of his classes way back when I was in high school, and you could say that it was even attending his classes that really provided that further push in my pursuit in environmental science and understanding a bit of how our natural world works. So, if you find this video, Mr. Koenig, I just want to say thank you for just making the learning process of the natural world fun and interesting and informative. Of course, along with a few of my other mentors. You know who you are. But anyway, I remember that he had mentioned, or that Mr. Koenig had mentioned before, that the Grand Canyon is like a geologist's paradise. And it absolutely is. Because there's just really there's no other geologic site like it in the world. There you go, you can see a bit of that Colorado River. Well, anyway, this is more of that intro film. Of course, there's going to be a couple more during my time out here, as I will be staying in the area for a couple of days. Alright, you guys, have a good one. Journey on a Journey is once again onwards. Take care, folks. See ya.